and I am so excited to be able to share some new news with you. If you follow me on social media, if you don't follow me on social media, please do. I'm at Sassafras Lowry. Basically everywhere. Also at Sirius the Bear is my dog Sirius's Instagram, which is way more fun than mine. You might already know this news, but if you have not seen this news yet, I am so excited to be able to share with you a really big accomplishment that I've been working on. Hi, baby. Can you come say hello? That I've been working on for quite some time and have been waiting to be able to share with you. And hi, you wake up from a nap? And this announcement is for once actually about me and not so much about Sirius, though she definitely, obviously, was a big part of the process. And that is... dun, 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 dun. I am now officially a certified professional dog trainer, knowledge assessed. So this process is really big. I am so proud of myself for doing it, going for it, making it happen. And I wanted to share that with you because it's something that when I was working towards taking the exam, I looked for information online and I honestly could not find that much that was updated and relevant. So I wanted to share with you that I did this big thing, that I have achieved this huge goal, which is one of the big goals I set for myself and for my business this year. But also I wanted to open up the conversation and see if there is an interest in more information about what the process of getting the certification was like. I would be more than happy to share about what my experience was and what the process was like, because again, there was so much just kind of a lack of information out there I discovered when I was in the process of going for the certification. So this is a national certification, if you're not familiar with it, from the Certification Council for Professional Dog Trainers, and it is involved. So in order to get this certification, you have to submit all kinds of documentation about your work, about your experience. You have to log and document a lot of hours. You have to have attestation letters from another professional in the industry. And then you have to do the big exam. And it is a doozy of an exam. It is a multiple choice test. It is 300 questions, I think. Is that correct? I should know this. It's been a hot minute since I did it. That is looking at pretty much everything and anything you can think of connected to dog training and behavior, equipment, business management, working with human students, working with canine students, and all sorts of information about ethology, learning theory, all the like nerdy dog trainer stuff is condensed onto a multiple choice exam. And it is a lot. So I took this exam.
So when people say, what are you doing?
And this exam is massive, like no question. It is huge. And I will say that it was the part that I was the most concerned about because I'm not a test taker. And I think there is a lot of room to problematize and question about sort of like why the threshold for this certification is this kind of very arbitrary multiple choice test. But that is a bigger conversation for a different format, a different video, one that I would love to have in terms of accessibility, that kind of thing. But it was a huge exam. I am in my late 30s. I have a master's degree, but I haven't taken a multiple choice exam in a really long time. And so part of why I'm so proud of myself, honestly, was that I did this. And it sounds silly to say, but for context, I was many years ago. In fact, I just today got my 20th high school reunion invitation, which is bizarre, not going. But you know, the last time I really took multiple choice exams like this was probably high school. And I was, for context, an honor roll student. I did really well in school, and I failed the SAT, like completely failed the SAT, even though I was an honor roll student. So multiple choice tests are not exactly how I have historically ever been able to document my knowledge and experience very well. So I was concerned about what that would be like to take this kind of an exam, even though I have a whole lot of dog experience. If you're new here, I've been involved in dog sports and dog training for over 20 years, starting when I was in high school. I am a professional dog educator, author, writer. I have written multiple training books. I'm a regular contributor to a variety of dog publications, writing about life with dogs, training, behavior for the American Kennel Club, Dogster Magazine, Cuteness. I've written for Modern Dog, The Bark, you name it. Most dog publications out there, I've written for them. I've also written about dog training for the New York Times. I've been an expert commentator about dog training for the BBC. I have appeared lots of places. Salon just quoted me last week about dog training. I have a lot of dog training experience. I'm also, the focus of my training work is tricks as a sport. I have coached through my group work, as well as individual coaching, hundreds of dogs and their handlers from around the world in learning and earning a variety of trick dog titles. I have a lot of experience, and I was very nervous about how I would be able to do on this exam. And spoiler, I passed it. I did great, but it was not easy. Again, because even though I know information backwards and forward, I am not necessarily the best at being able to show that knowledge on this kind of multiple choice standardized test. So I looked at everything I could possibly find online about what the test would be like. I took the sample tests. And so if you're in the process of thinking about going for this certification, I just wanted to open this conversation and say I am very open to creating more content about what the process was like for me, how I approached studying. Obviously, this is not in any way affiliated with the exam or with the Certification Council for Professional Dog Trainers. This was just my experience as a dog trainer, as a dog educator, who's been out of school for a really long time, particularly like standardized test style school, like how I approached it, what I did, what study resources I found useful, what I found less useful, and how I approached my process. So let me know if there are things you'd like to know. I would be more than happy to make more of that content. I'm really just thinking about the kinds of Googling I was doing last year, trying to find experiences of other trainers who were going for this process, who, and what that studying looked like, because I really couldn't find much. So if that's useful to you, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you would like to see, and I can definitely make that happen. But in the meantime, I just wanted to share how excited I am. I definitely had to frame this bad boy. When the certificate came in the mail, I was so organized in my email. I had to print it. I was so excited to be able to share it. I also was able to share a really cute photo that my partner took. When I took the exam, you have to take it at a testing center. I should say that as well. It's like a 3-hour exam, I think you have. And while I was at the testing center taking the exam, my partner decorated our whole house with balloons and congratulatory banners and like balloon letters spelling out my new certification that I did not have yet. So obviously I did not post pictures of that until I knew that I had passed, which took like 2 months. Like I was on absolute eggshells waiting for the email telling me my results. That was something that I think was I guess I knew that from the testing materials, but it was so hard because it was a standardized test and I was like, I should know the results now. And you don't. You have to wait a really long time to get those results. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble now. I just wanted to share how excited I am about my new certification. I'm really excited about the ways in which I hope to be able to use this certification as part of my business, as well as talking to other dog training professionals about ethical training, about positive reinforcement-based training, about how we communicate with dogs, with their owners, with other dog professionals, and ways that we can think about how to make this industry more inclusive and more welcoming to a greater diversity of dog owners, dogs, and dog trainers and professionals. So those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have questions or ideas in the comments below for content you'd like to see, particularly if you're somebody who is curious about this testing process or is a dog trainer or dog professional who's interested in exploring this yourself. I'd love to know what would be useful to you, and I would love to incorporate it into my upcoming content. In the meantime, I hope that you and your dogs are having a fantastic spring, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Thanks so much. Bye.